Hello, we're back. We got
Hello.
a show this week.
I resisted my usual hello. I thought I'd let Greer take the reins.
Yeah, I usually never do that. Hello, like,
Hello.
because my throat hurts really bad, so.
Oh, that was probably a terrible time for me to.
Yeah.
Do
Let
that
me
then.
do that.
Your
It
throat's
just comes
sore,
out,
and I'm
hello.
your throat's sore, and I'm still recovering from my surgery. So
You got all
We're
your
all-
teeth taken out.
yes,
I was
I
gonna
had
say-
it all taken out. Now I'm an old lady.
I was gonna say, Georgia, I didn't realise you were British.
Oh. No, I got my wisdom teeth removed on Monday, and I've just been recovering, and I don't know. Sometimes it hurts worse, sometimes it doesn't. It's been on and off.
Well, I didn't realise that was a kind of common thing in the US, getting your wisdom teeth removed, because here in England, land of the bad teeth, we just ride it out.
Mhm.
I know, apparently, everybody's gotten their wisdom teeth removed here, because when I, posted about it on Facebook, everyone was like, oh, you'll be fine, just, eat a lot of soft foods, I had that done, you'll be good.
See,
And-
I'm still enduring my wisdom teeth.
Well,
I know.
eventually they'll rot out, I guess. You guys don't have floss. That's the
We
problem.
have floss, we just choose not to use it.
When I was in London, I went to, there was, a drugstore in town. So I went there to get supplies, and there was no dental floss. I asked them, and the guy kind of looked at me strange, and he was like, oh, we don't have any.
It's not that unusual over here. Like, maybe it's just more of a specialist item.
Well, I mean, no, I don't know, in the other defense, Americans probably don't floss that much either.
I mean, I think we are particularly slack about our teeth over here. I think there is an element of truth to that stereotype, because the majority of people I know have bad teeth. Like,
You have such yummy food.
we do. We have great food.
Eat
And
Ryan bars all day.
Thank you for acknowledging that, because most Americans want to pretend that English food isn't any good.
Yeah, it's not that. I know. I was expecting that. When I went on my trip, people were like, "Oh, the food's gonna suck." So I was prepared, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, granted, I didn't go all authentic most of the time, but it was fine.
British food's great. Everything is better in England. We're better people. England is better. End of story. That was a joke. Took it too far.
Oh my god. I wanted to,
Fran has a scary fridge.
Yeah, Fran's fridge. She is eating people or something, I think.
And then she's gonna eat us. Oh my
God!
god! I never get
Talk about what you found in your fridge, please.
Okay, back. I can talk about. Okay, so a little context.
You gotta have a picture of it too.
I'll put up the picture right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a slob. I just don't have a lot of time. I work, for those of you that don't know, a very, very long, hard, arduous job, which means... What was that?
Long and hard.
Long and hard.
Long and hard. And not as pleasurable as you might think. Long, hard, and with the elderly.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's gonna get me fired.
Parties for everyone.
Hey, no, I do a very, very long, hard shift at my job, and therefore I don't have a great deal of time. I'm not a slob, but I did find a carrot that looked very, very much like a finger.
That was a carrot?
My fridge. I don't know how long it had been there, but it had shriveled and hardened.
It looks nothing like a carrot. Nothing at all like a carrot.
It looks like a finger.
It looks like a talon from a bird person.
I mean, I can only surmise that it must have been there since dinosaur times. I'm also currently drinking a bottle of wine that has had the cork popped out into the bottle as opposed to out of the bottle, because working my very long hard shift, I'm also an alcoholic, and therefore when I didn't have a corkscrew, flew into a rage and knifed the cork into the bottle. So I now am drinking wine with bits of cork floating around in it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You
have a problem.
I'm having a hell of a time though, ladies.
You have a problem. We need to get you a better corkscrew or something.
Yeah, or a rehabilitation clinic.
Something like that. One of those two.
One or the other. So that's probably the most interesting thing that's happened to me in the last couple of days.
You found out you were eating people.
Lovely wine.
What's
Lovely.
going on?
I'm sick. Terribly. That's about it.
Poor Greer. I'm sorry for that.
It was literally like when we recorded the podcast last week or a few days ago, and then like 2 hours after that, I went to sleep and I woke up and I felt terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because my brother is dumb and gets his germs all over everything. Because he was sick, and which got my mom sick again, and then I got sick again. Like, I was sick literally 3 weeks ago, and now I'm sick again. And my immune system is just absolute garbage, I guess.
Well, you need to eat healthier foods, like carrots.
Like carrots from Fran's fridge.
Idea. Come to my house. I can set you up with some lovely carrots.
Carrot from the Black Lagoon.
In England, you'll get the best dental care and the finest carrots money can buy.
So was it even like your carrot? Because you haven't even been living in that house, that flat for that long. So maybe it was someone else's carrot.
Oh no, it was definitely my carrot, because I, obviously, when I moved in, I cleaned the fridge, and there was nothing in it. But no, it was my carrot. I eat a lot of carrots. I can see very well in the dark. But I find the occasional finger in my fridge.
In the dark.
In the dark. I don't know how quite we got back onto this.
I don't either. I was talking about being sick, and then Georgia said I should eat carrots.
That was me. Sorry.
Wait, there are carrots in my fridge, but they're in a bag, like a normal person.
You need to eat a tangerine.
What?
You need to eat a tangerine or an orange or a satsuma.
Yeah, probably.
Satsuma.
It's a kind of orange. It's just another kind of orange.
Yeah, it's like I know what you're talking about, but.
In terms of popular culture, veering away from my questionable personal life, I'm really, really, really excited about Aladdin on Broadway. Like,
oh, I can't wait.
I'm so, and I was really worried because they said they were getting rid of like the animals in the show, so they're not going to have the tiger or the monkey, but they're still going to have
they had
Iago.
animals on stage?
No, they're not doing that. They were gonna, I think. They would have had to have done like a Lion King thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I was gonna say, you're really gonna have a live tiger on stage. That's gotta
awesome.
It would have been quite the spectacle. But no, they're still having Iago, who is my favorite Disney character, just as a human. So I'm psyched about that. The songs sound amazing. The sets look incredible, and the guy that plays Aladdin is a hottie.
He is. I can't wait to see it because it looks so much fun, and they say that they got Jafar from the cartoon to play Jafar again on Broadway.
How amazing is that? Like, I mean, that is like a voice that is so reminiscent of my childhood. Like, it's so awesome. And oh man, the guy playing the genie is incredible. Like, I've heard their version of Friend Like Me. And it is like, if you imagine what a massive spectacle that is in the movie, and how, like, the first time you saw the movie, I don't know whether you remember, like, I just about do. I saw it at the cinema. It was the first thing I saw at the cinema. And I couldn't believe it. It was so cool. Like, the Broadway version just takes it up to 11. Like, And if I feel like that just from hearing it, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait.
We should all go see it together. It'd be so much fun.
We should, and it'll probably run forever, judging by like The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast. So like, when we're all massively successful in our various fields and we can afford to, we can all meet up and celebrate being massively successful in our various fields and being able to afford to by going to see Aladdin.
Awesome.
Agreed.
I totally approve of that.
I approve this message. So I'm excited about that. Me and Greer have already talked about the Lego Movie. I don't know whether you have any thoughts, Georgia.
I haven't seen it. I don't really have any thoughts. I don't know if I will see it. I mean, I don't know. It just isn't like my thing, but I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
I mean, I felt like that. I only went to see it because my friend was going to see it. But I thought it was awesome. It really, really made me laugh. I was so pleasantly surprised, especially given the fact that like it's had rave reviews, and I'd kind of gone on record on this podcast several times saying that it would be shitty. So
I thought you said you didn't say that.
No, there's no point pretending anymore. It's there. It's there. It's been recorded. It hasn't been doctored. There's no getting around it.
I'd like to interrupt to just say that Pizza Hut, there's a Pizza Hut in New Zealand that has created a Marmite stuffed crust pizza.
What?
I thought that would be very relevant to you.
Holy crap.
Yeah, without being Australian and all.
Oh, no, Marmite's British.
Marmite's British, Vegemite is Australian.
No,
Oh,
Marmite is as British as Queen and Country. Old boy, old chum. No, that is exciting. That is good news. Although, I don't know, like, okay, me personally, like, I could squeeze a shitload of Marmite into a bowl and eat it like ice cream. For the most part, like, if you're a Marmite novice and you want a good Marmite experience, I would say lightly buttered toast, and then Marmite lightly spread on top, lightly.
Yeah, you keep telling me all the time that Ben at the Sage, he ate Marmite one time and you were like, he ate it wrong, that's why he didn't like it.
He did eat it wrong. He did eat it wrong. He had never eaten Marmite before. It's a strong taste. It's an acquired taste. And
it's an acquired taste, which means it's shit.
No.
That's what you always say about stuff that's shitty. I've never heard that said about anything that tastes good.
I say boo-earns to you, sir. Boo-earns. No, it's an acquired taste, but it is a taste that you do in fact acquire.
Kind of like what people say about, like, what foreign people say about American food, like, oh, it's an acquired taste, like fast food. It's like, oh, it's an acquired taste. Like, but it's good.
I mean, I have to say that I didn't care for the food in America.
Well, you haven't been here yet.
True. No, the portions in New York were not to my liking.
When I went, portions are so fucking huge in New York, but
yeah, okay, all right.
You got a problem with that? It's like portions. You like to eat a lot. What's the problem?
I mean, I don't exactly have a bird-like appetite, but nevertheless, there wasn't much nuance. But then again, that's New York.
Yeah.
Maybe that's very specific.
What food are you looking for?
I'm biased. I think I like English food. I think English food is good. Although, having said that, we can't really talk about portions over here. Like, a portion of fish and chips is fairly sizable and quite stodgy.
I'm trying to remember the portions when I went, but I don't remember that being a problem.
Portions are kind of big here in the South, because it's like, large and in charge, and fucking fry everything, and so it's just big.
Can I just say, while you were saying that, I clicked the link to that other link you sent us. I'm going to send it to you guys. 17 delicious recipes that take Oreos to the next level. Speaking of fat.
Oreos.
Oh.
I had the best, like, Oreo dessert recently. A couple days ago was my mom's birthday. So we went to this really nice restaurant, and I got Oreo cookie cheesecake. And it was unfucking believable. It was so good.
Oh my god.
See, that would sound great to me if I liked cheesecake.
You don't like cheesecake?
No!
It's an acquired taste.
It's an acquired taste!
Oh, no. Greer, you should have acquired that taste a long time ago.
I can understand it. For a while, I didn't like it either. But at my college, they served it at dessert sometimes, and they made some pretty good cheese.
Sorry, the vinegar wine went down the wrong way. I mean, I'm not allowed to go near cheese anymore because I love it so much. Like, about 4 years ago, my friend Phoebe bought a cheese board for our Christmas dinner, our annual Christmas dinner. I ate the entire thing. I didn't leave anything for anyone. So basically, I've been barred from eating cheese at any of our Christmas dinners. Anything with cheese in it, I'm there. I'm sold. I won't ration it fairly, let's put it that way.
Greer, remember that when she comes over. Hide your cheese.
Yeah, well.
Well, that's the problem, Greer. You're, as I've observed, not entirely different.
What?
Well, you eat cheese in fairly liberal portions.
No, why is that me now? I don't understand. I did it one time.
Yeah, but you were eating like an entire lump of cheddar, like a cookie.
No, I was not. I was using a knife.
I think I've probably done that before. Yeah, right now I'm using my boyfriend's computer because for some reason my Skype isn't working. And I don't know why.
So apologies for the audio shit.
Over.
Oh, that was a lot better.
What? Yeah, that's a lot better.
Pull up the page.
Me and Greer have differing opinions on what's going on with the audio. Greer thinks that Georgia just needs to reboot it. I think it might be a virus.
It's not a virus.
Not with the audio, sorry, with Skype. I'm convinced it's a virus because it just seems very similar to... Basically, I get viruses frequently. I think I'm just unlucky that way. But yeah, that's always what happens. Like, something just will inexplicably not work. Mm-hmm. Something that's always worked.
I got viruses a lot for a while, too.
What?
And I got a lot of viruses for a while, too, and it was just so annoying.
I mean, I don't know. I can't have a piece of technology or anything, really, without it eventually stopping working.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Or breaking somehow. I just, like... Nothing I have, like, it's like, yeah, if you were to stand at my bedroom door and look at everything, you would say, she's got a fairly nice setup. But then, the further you walk into my flat, the more you see that everything is slightly broken or crappy or it's like a nightmare. It's a vision of hell.
Well, when you get into your new place, maybe you'll clean up everything and it'll be better.
Maybe it will be.
I brought this thing up here because I was given so much joy by it yesterday, like last night. My neighbor gave my brother an RC car, and it's like one of these newfangled tiny ones where you just plug it into the computer and it charges and goes for 10 minutes or whatever. But the thing about the instructions is, number one, we got 2 instruction manuals, which I don't know. I guess if we lost one at some point or something. The other thing is that half of it, the back part, it's like, it's 3 pages, and half of it, no, it's 4 pages. The last 2 pages the instructions are written in Chinese. And then the first 2 pages are written in English, but translated from Chinese. So
English.
So we're about to have an English party. Because
we apologize to all Asian people before we start.
Well, I mean, one of the first things it tells me to do is, to paste the safeguard circle for the car. First, let the bar become circular. The paster must be on the upper to keep it stick in the bottom of the car. Not the bottom of the car, by the way. The bottom. The B-U-T-T-O-M.
That seems adorable. I don't know.
The bottom.
The bottom of the car.
Like something the Minions would say in Despicable Me.
I have no concept of what that could be. I mean, I don't know a lot about cars.
There's
but...
like a little ring that you put there's this little plastic ring that you have to put like around the car so it can like.
Yeah, I'm lazy with instructions. Like I know you should read them, but I usually don't, and then I end up paying for it later. But
yeah, same here. I mean, to be honest, like that what you said, Georgia, is exactly why nothing I have works properly. I don't read instructions. I do everything half-assed and then just expect it to work.
But no, there's this plastic ring that comes with it, and it's just like a piece of fucking plastic, and you wrap it around into a ring, and you put it around the center of the car so that when it turns over, sometimes it'll turn itself back over because of this thin piece of plastic. This thin, hard piece of plastic. It's, like, dumb. Anyway.
Okay.
But, it tells you, like, what you can do with it, and, like, it can do flips and shit. It says in big letters, you can make some simple platforms for the car, jumping to make it play amusing.
Whoa, what?
Wow, that is pure English. That's what that is.
To make it play
Method of
amusing.
adjusting. When the car is walking straight, if the car is inclined to the left, set the pointer to the left. If the car is inclined to the right, set the pointer to the right until the car can walk straight.
Wow.
Walk. They can talk. They can walk. What can they do next?
I know, cars can walk.
It's like a transformer.
I know.
Yeah.
High-speed car jumping show. Different jumping style depend on different platform.
Holy crap. This is hilarious.
It also says, more surprise and stunt is expecting with your creation. Essentially telling me, I think, that you can, like, make your own stunts and shit like that.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is, like, I understand what they're saying. It's just such gibberish.
The rest of this is such gibberish. It's amazing. You can kind of understand what it's trying to tell you to do.
Can you read more of it? Because it's, like, really funny.
Yes, I will.
Go on.
I mean, every time it says bottom, it says bottom. Bottom of car.
What's funny is that sounds weirdly English.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah, like
Bottom.
some mom would say to their baby, like, ooh, I got to say the bottom, ooh. You know?
See, when you talk in that voice, Georgia, I just instantly hear Film Brain.
Here are the list of cautions for this car, by the way. A. Do not touch the antenna while playing, or it will affect the control distance. Please. PLS. Please. Leave the broken
What?
antenna to adult in case the child get hurt.
But did adults write this in the first
I don't
place?
know. If it's slow down, put it on charging, according to the above instruction.
Greer, pretty
Please. Slow it down when trunning. TRUNNING. Or it may turn over.
That could have just been a typo.
Yeah, turning, I can forgive that, I guess. Except that, I don't know, someone was paid to do this.
Don't play or put it in wet place.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Tough said.
There's more up here telling you about the tricks and stuff. The car climb out of a bucket or columniform pipe with diameter of 20 to 40 centimeters.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Really funny.
It's pretty damn great.
That's fantastic. I mean, I don't understand instructions anyway, so they're not helping.
It's I mean, it has, thank God it has pictures to show you what you're supposed to do.
But the pictures I find even more baffling on these things. I mean, that might be because I'm slightly dyspraxic, but in general, I don't read instructions. I just make things up as I go along. That could be applied to my entire life.
You know, like, doesn't Phaelus, like, he's recently been reviewing toys and
Bootleg
stuff?
Zones! It's my favorite
Yeah,
show.
Yeah, that toy would probably be perfect for his show.
Well, no, because it's like an American toy. And it works fine. It's cool. It's an awesome car. It goes like 30 kilometers an hour. Like, it's fast as shit. It's awesome. So I don't see it being on Bootleg Zones because I think this guy must have gotten this from like a Radio Shack or something for like $10, but it was definitely made in China.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, Fellas listens to our show, so
yeah. Luckily, Phaelus listened to us. So.
Phaelus.
Oh,
Phelan.
Phaelus, what are you doing here? He's a super fan.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, they all are, really. The whole crew.
Oh my god.
You know,
I know. Filmbrain rants about you on Twitter all the time.
I love that.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, you know, I think we were one of the first shows to be picked up by that guy with the glasses, and now we're just huge, you know?
Now it's going a little too far. Now it's getting unbelievable.
Yeah, now it's getting kind of sad.
Yeah, it really is.
So on a different note...
You're like, oh wait, that was just a dream I had last night. That actually didn't happen. Whoops.
Lol, nope.
Lol, nope.
So on a different note, I've been showing my boyfriend more Film Brain reviews because, like, you know, he got to talk to him at MagFest, and they kind of hit it off. Like, he thinks he's a cool guy.
Oh, that's nice. So you've been showing. What are your boyfriend's general thoughts on Film Brain's oeuvre?
Oeuvre.
Well, what's an oeuvre?
Back catalogue.
Oh, okay. Well, we watched a few yesterday. We didn't watch all of them. Well, we can't really do that. But he likes it. Like, we'll probably watch more eventually. But he likes what he does, which I think is good.
What are his thoughts on Film Brain's voice?
I don't know.
Hello and welcome.
I don't know where this started, but, like, I paused in the middle to, like, get a glass of water or something, and he just, like, I came back and he was like, if you notice, whenever you pause it, his face looks like he just got punched in the balls. So, like, decided to test that, and so I kept, like, pausing at random points, and we were, like, laughing at it, but then he was like, it's either like he's getting punched in the balls or he's getting a blowjob.
I mean, no, you're right. You're completely right. I mean, every screenshot I've seen of him, of which there have been many. Yeah. No, you're completely right.
Doing it. We kept, like, pausing more and more and just, like, laughing our asses off. It was really funny.
That's kind of amazing.
I know, so now I want to go watch more of his and, like, do that and see if that's, like, really true.
Well, that's what he wants. That's why he got in this business in the first place, to
show his blowjobs and get kids in the gut faces.
to show off how many blowjobs he was getting per second.
Oh my god.
I mean, I have no problem with his voice, though. I think his voice is hilarious. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I don't find it annoying or off-putting, or I think it's awesome.
Like, I remember this, actually. When I first started watching, it never bothered me. But then, like, when people started saying about, like, how he emphasizes stuff, I'm like, that kind of, I don't want to say ruined, but it did, you know.
When people started pointing it out.
Yeah, but I realized they're right. And it's like, I mean, I don't know if you can really help that, because it just seems like that's just the way he talks.
But the thing is, though, it's not the way he talks when you listen to him in commentaries or with his friends or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just, he's probably just really passionate. Like, when I know when I record, when I do my show, to me, I think I sound different. I think I sound, like, a little nervous or a little more, like, fast-paced. So maybe it's just like, I think when you're in front of a camera, you might be a little different.
I remember the first time I ever, like, listened to myself talk, which was, like, probably just years and years and years ago. I listened to myself talk, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm never going to talk again.
I mean, it's funny. I feel the same way, and I do think I have an objectively irritating voice. Like, I think you could play my voice to other people and they would find it irritating. I don't think it's just like it sounds funny to me because it's my voice and I'm not used to it.
I'm not agreeing with you, but I'm just like, I feel the same way about, like, me. I'm just like, oh my god, how do people even stand to be around me?
But I hear about how they sound. Like, I had what was it? When I went to school, like, I shot for movies. I had a friend who was like, you know, he would be in my movies, but then afterwards he would be like, is that really what I sound like? And he would feel so uncomfortable. So it's like, I think everybody feels about that.
I mean, I feel particularly paranoid because at drama school I had a teacher, my vocal coach, say, as in not like a singing vocal coach, just like someone for dialects and things like that. And like, you know, keeping my breathing in check and everything, saying to me, like, you need to alter the way you speak because it's not pleasant to listen to. And I was like, holy shit nuts.
Okay, well now
that's a little harsh. That's a little harsh.
Now I get it. 'Cause you are so harsh on yourself on your voice, and you shouldn't be. You're not that grating. You're not.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The industry is notoriously brutal, but I've just resigned myself to the fact that, like, I mean, it's why I'm thinking about writing, as opposed to, I mean, I have an agent, and I apply for auditions all the time, but I'm never massively bothered about whether I get the parts, because I'm not passionate about the projects, and I think what I've realized is that actually, like, I'd rather write something that I want to be in, and write a part that I would want to play, that I would be excited about the prospect of playing. And I really do think that that is going to be my kind of window into being an actor and being a writer and a comic and all those other things, like, as opposed to going down the kind of conventional, the conventional actress route, because that's just not me.
Well, I mean, when you look at, like, most of the people that ended up on Saturday Night Live, they started off as writers.
I would much rather be on Saturday Night Live than be in Transformers. I'd rather be...
Wow, what weird parallels there.
I know. Well, like, I'm just saying, I guess I'd rather be Tina Fey than Megan Fox.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's like falling out of the grid, you know?
Like, Tina Fey is hot and funny. Megan Fox is hot and unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
You think Tina Fey is hot?
Not even that hot, just saying.
But you know, but she's
I know, like, I'm gonna get, like, I said that once to a guy friend, and he's just like, man, I've heard a lot of women say that. I think they're just jealous. And I'm like, no, like, I genuinely would not do her.
No, I mean, I think the thing is about, like, I mean, one, it doesn't really matter, like, it's actually irrelevant, but also I think, you know, she's a person, you know, it's her, like,
she's a shitty person, but she's a person.
Oh, no, sorry, I thought you were talking about Tina Fey.
No,
then,
Megan
not Megan
Fox.
Oh, okay, you don't think Megan Fox is hot? No, I don't think
really.
Megan Fox.
She has, like, this weird, like, mouth, I don't know.
I don't find
the male fantasy typical Hollywood way. That's
There's, like, her eyes are weird, and, like, her mouth is weird to me. I don't even know, like.
Well, to me, she doesn't look like, and of course she is a real person.
She doesn't look like a real person, exactly.
Yeah, she is a real person. She's a real person with thoughts and feelings and insecurities like everyone else, but the problem is that Hollywood has airbrushed her to the extent that, like Georgia says, she's become a kind of a ridiculous male fantasy. Like, you know, she doesn't look in her movies and on magazine covers like a real person.
Yeah.
They've airbrushed all the humanity out of her like they do to all young women.
You know, you forget, well, maybe it's just me, but when I say you, but You forget how much airbrush is used for like just everything nowadays. Like anything can and probably is airbrush. And it's like, yeah, I don't know what is real nowadays. You know?
I mean, like, I think, also, I think people seem to forget that, like, men get airbrushed too.
Yeah, that's what
Lots
I mean.
of
Men
models
and
all the time. People,
no,
a lot of
no,
people think it's like a women exclusive thing, and I'm like, no, everyone.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, the majority of images you see on magazines and on TV, like you both say, men and women.
Like, if Robert Downey Jr. does a photo shoot and there's a bump on his face, they're like not just gonna leave it.
Yeah,
Those people are like, man, look at that bump on Robert Downey Jr.'s face.
Unacceptable.
That's why you just can't aspire to look like these people, because they're completely unrepresentative of what it is possible to look like in the real world.
Robert Downey Jr., I don't care if he has bumps on his face, though. I'm not saying he does, but, like, I wouldn't care.
I don't care if he has bumps on his penis, but, I mean, I would...
That you should care about. That's another...
That's something, yeah, that's... If there's bumps down there, I would worry, actually.
No, worth it. Worth
getting herpes from Robert Downey Jr.
Or worse.
I'm going to go on record and say that it is absolutely worth getting herpes from Robert Downey Jr.
We're not saying Robert Downey Jr. has herpes, by the way.
We just
want probably 90% sure he doesn't.
No, to Robert Downey Jr.'s lawyers, we want to clarify that no one from those girls with the podcast thinks that he has herpes.
We think he's hot. We think he's delicious.
We certainly do. But no, what I was saying, yeah, it's unrepresentative of real people, because you can't wake up in the morning and airbrush your face, So nobody in the real world, no matter how attractive, is ever going to look like the way they would look on the cover of a magazine or on television.
I've never seen any other girl that, like, looks like Megan Fox.
Well, I remember when she first started out, people were saying, like, oh, she's the new Angelina Jolie. And they have a little resemblance.
A little bit. I don't know.
Angelina Jolie, again, as an actress, is just someone like... And again, I'm sure she's a lovely person and not an idiot, but as an actress, I just have zero interest in anything she does.
Even Maleficent?
Maleficent's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I know. No, Maleficent, I was a little bit like the Lego movie. I was quite dismissive of, and then I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, fuck,
this is gonna be rad as shit.
Yeah.
I'm curious about it, but I don't know who I would see it with. It's like, I don't know. Like, maybe I could drag my boyfriend along.
I'm gonna see it. I'm definitely gonna see it now. I wouldn't have seen it before I saw that trailer. I'm definitely gonna see it now. As Greer said, it will be rad as shit. It will be gnarly. It will be rad.
Groovy.
It will be stupid. It's very hard as an English person to try and say those words.
That's what you guys said over there in the 70s, right? You guys said groovy, like Austin Powers.
Yeah, maybe more groovy, less tubular.
70s British person, you think of Austin Powers.
Yes, because as we all know, he's based on historical facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Funnily enough, there are figures from that era that he is slightly based on. Like, obviously it's a very, very embellished, over-the-top character, but, like, there are figures from the 60s, like, if you look at, like, famous, like, porn directors and, like, photographers and, like, swinging London, it was a thing. It's just, it was obviously wildly exaggerated in cinema.
Uh-huh.
I saw Goldmember 5 times at the cinema when it first came out.
You have told me that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. I was a little bit obsessed with Seth Green.
I really hope they do make that fourth one. Like,
I know. It's been in production hell.
I
I have
mean,
to check IMDb recently, but the last time I did, it didn't mention anything except just, like, maybe this year.
Maybe it'll happen someday.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Greer were talking about this, Georgia, and, like, Austin Powers, like, ostensibly it's a film that, like, none of us should like, but there is just something so
I know,
perfect.
I shouldn't like that movie, but I do. Or any of those movies, but...
They're just joyous.
What was that?
They're just joyous. Like, I just get so much pleasure out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I agree. Like you shouldn't like them because they seem really stupid. But at the same time, it's like it's stupid, but it has heart. You know?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly.
Back
They
when
do
Mike
have,
Myers did things that actually had substance.
I
yeah,
know.
they did. They were, they were quite sweet. You liked the character and you like weirdly cared about him, and as mad as it was, like you did, like he's very charming, Mike Myers. Like I haven't seen his most recent and presumably shitty movies,
Good.
but yeah,
Don't,
I
never,
haven't.
never.
I saw the Cat in the Hat in theaters.
My best friend,
I tell a lie,
my
I saw
best
the Cat.
friend told me about when she went to go see The Love Guru in theaters. And I'm like, oh my god, why would you do that?
What were her thoughts?
Huh?
What were her thoughts?
I think she came back from it and she's like, oh my god, don't see that movie.
Yeah, no, I mean they look, they look like a piece of shit. I tell a lie though, I did see Cat in the Hat at the cinema and it was god awful. I think I purged it from my memory.
I remember seeing this is a good Mike Myers memory. I remember seeing the first Shrek in theaters. That was cool.
Yeah, I love.
I was really hyped for Shrek. When that was about to come out, I was so hyped for Shrek.
Yeah,
I was just like, this many days till Shrek, and my dad took me to see it, and I'm like, we're gonna go see Shrek! I was like really excited.
my dad took me to see Shrek. He took me and my sister.
I think
No.
I was like, I must have been in like 3rd grade or 4th grade or something, but I was like really excited. I'm like, oh my god.
Aw.
Well, I think I was about 12. And yeah, I mean, like I love Shrek. Like, and I think what I like about Shrek is that it's actually like for a big like Pixar style.
You know what? You know what I was surprised to find out? That because I like those movies. I had never seen the 4th one though, and then the 4th one came on TV a couple months ago, and I watched it like, this is surprisingly good.
Yeah, the 4th one, it kind of went back to the sort of slightly simple roots. Like, what I liked about the first movie was that it was quite a simple story. It was kind of like a road movie. Like, they don't actually venture that far. There aren't that many kind of big, production number style things. Like, it's relatively low key, the first one. And I really like that about it.
I remembered really loving when I went to Universal for the first time, and they had the Shrek. I think they had the Shrek. No, the first time I went, they didn't have it. They had the Shrek 4D show thing. I think the second time I went, and that was really fun. That was really nice.
What is 4D?
It's like 3D, but there's also like stuff happening in the theater, like smells and like wind blowing in your face and stuff like that. So it's like pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
They do that a lot at those theme parks now. Like every 3D show has like outside stimulation as well as the 3D stuff. I think Disney World's been doing that for years, but
Georgia, I can hear you much better now, by the way.
But I haven't said anything.
No, but the last time you said something, I thought, I can hear you much better now.
Your silence sounds so good.
Music to my ears.
Oh, I'm trying to remember.
She was like, Georgia isn't speaking, it's lovely.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant when you were speaking, I could hear you better than I could earlier.
I know, I was trying to start shit.
Yeah.
You shit stirrer. Who
What's no shade around here?
Throwing shade.
Oh, speaking of shade, can we talk about Drag Race?
Yes,
please?
RuPaul.
What do you guys think?
I like Ben de la Creme.
Me too. She's adorable.
She is awesome. She's probably my favorite to win right now.
I don't know who my favorite is, because I was talking about this with my friend Audrey, and like, I don't have a favorite, but I know who I like. I like most of them, like, but I hate Adore. I hate her.
Uh-huh.
She is so annoying and so vapid and just like, oh. So.
They got a couple catty ones this year.
Oh yeah, like Gia. Oh my god. Like I liked her for a little bit, but then I'm like, there's being catty and then there's just being really mean. You know? You're like you're going over that line. That's not
I actually only watched the first episode. I have to go catch up.
Did you? So you didn't see the two-parter? Because like they're being, oh my god, they're being such whores about it. It's like we're gonna have a two-part premiere because why the fuck not? You know.
I saw the premiere. That's what I was trying. I saw the premiere. I haven't
First
seen
one.
anything after that though.
You saw the first premiere, but you didn't see the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, I don't like the queens in the first premiere. I like the queens in the second premiere. Most of them are my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Like Courtney Act. Courtney Act, oh my god, legitimately looks like a woman and talks like a woman.
Yeah.
Like some of them are like, it's so obvious, but then some of them, like her, it's just like, wow.
You're like, whoa, what am I looking at?
Looks like Naomi Watts. Like, she totally does.
And
I don't know who else is there. Like, I like Milk.
Oh, yeah. Like, I remember seeing a picture of her.
Yeah.
I like that name. It's just so simple.
I know, but she's like so weird that it kind of fits. And and they have another one, Bianca Del Rio. I don't know what to think about her, because like, I like her because she knows how to throw some shade. But at the same time, she does it so much that like she's like a little mean.
Overthrowing some shade.
Yeah, but like she's so good at it, you know. So I don't know. Like I don't know who could win this year. But I don't know. I look forward to.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good season.
Yeah, the episode this week actually was pretty funny. They did like they did two horror parodies, and it was hilarious. You know, me being the horror freak that I am, it was really, really funny. Fran, do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
I don't know. It's one of those things that I've always kind of, I've seen bits of it. I have seen it, and it's always been something that I've intended to kind of commit to and watch properly, because it's really funny, but I've never kind of sat down and committed myself to catching up with it.
Yeah.
I love the idea, and every time I do happen to see it, it makes me laugh. I mean, I'm not great with reality TV. Like, with things like Idol, like I've only ever kind of dipped in and out, and then I've kind of got bored. So I've never kind of been able to involve myself in quite the same way as other people. But I definitely do want to commit to Drag Race, because one, everyone I know watches it, and two, everyone I know loves it.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean. Like, oh my god, I used to be such a hater of, like, reality TV. When I first started out, I was, like, so pissed. I was like, this sucks. This is so bad. But then, like, I loved Flavor of Love.
Oh my god.
Like,
Throwback.
I know, and, like, Rock of Love, and, like, all of those...
Rock of Love was... Oh my god.
I know. For some reason, I went through like a phase of watching all the ones on VH1, and I loved them so much.
Oh my god.
And I don't know why?
What's Flavor of Love?
Flavor of Love was it was like a Bachelor-esque show where Flava Flav was trying to find a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. And then Rock of Love was the same thing, but with Bret Michaels.
That's
fantastic. Like, if you think about it now, like, Flava Flav, like one of the ugliest dudes out there.
He had so many women that wanted him.
Yeah. And then, like, you know what happened? Like, I saw it on The Soup. By the end, like, they had a reunion for, like, the last season. After all those seasons, he got back together with his ex-wife.
Yeah. That's the same with Bret Michaels. Like, the whole time he was doing Rock of Love, he was on and off relationship with the mother of his children. Because he has two little girls. And they did a whole reality show about him after, like, Rock of Love, trying to fix his relationship with his babies, with his with the mother of his children. And they were, gonna get married. I think they might be married. I don't know. I don't remember what happened with them, but
that is so fucked up. Like, you're not even, like, divorced or whatever, and you have, like, a reality show.
Yeah, they were just on this on and off relationship. She was okay with him doing it and whatever, and
that's horseshit. That is, oh my god. And yet I watched it. I watched it all.
My mom loved that shit when it was on. She loved
do you guys remember The Littlest Groom?
Uh-uh.
No, but that sounds.
Are they? Is it a show about a little person?
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind
we
of a
have
mid
like 10 of those, so.
This isn't a British one. This is an American one. Yeah, it's a midget style The Bachelor with
You can't say midget. It's not politically correct now.
Well, she
Is
said
You have to say little person. That's politically correct.
Oh god, sorry. Sorry,
It's
okay.
not politically
Well, no,
correct anymore.
I mean, the thing is, like, the whole idea of The Littlest Groom is hardly politically correct. Like, it's
a lot of these shows aren't politically correct, like Sister Wives.
My mom loves Sister Wives. She's
What's
like,
Sister
she
Wives?
actually, like, that family's actually, like, okay. Like, they're actually, like, very nice, and, you know, they're not really, they don't do anything, like, super weird. They're just polygamists. That's the only thing that really defines them, but other than that, they're pretty normal.
So they're polygamous.
They're polygamous.
Then.
It's a guy, I forget his name, but he has, I think, 4 wives, and I think between them they have about, like, 15 kids or whatever. But it's about them, like, just living life, and they're, other than the fact that he has, like, 4 or 5 wives, I mean, they're pretty normal.
Yeah, well, you know, fair play to them. I mean, I am not.
He's not like a pedophile. He's not really creepy or anything. I mean,
that concept to me is creepy. I'm sorry. But...
He looks a little creepy, but, like, he doesn't act creepy. That's the thing. Like,
okay,
there's such a stigma behind, like, polygamists, like, oh, they're pedophiles, and, you know, he's actually a nice guy, and the women are, you know, they're independent, and, you know.
Yeah, I think as long as people are happy and they're not hurting anyone, I have no problem.
Exactly, yeah.
But, I was gonna say...
Yeah, sorry about that, Fran. You're saying...
Oh, no, that's fine. I just remembered when you mentioned creepy-looking guys. You know that really obviously fake strangers kissing video where it's all, like, models and actors?
It's a crummy commercial! Son of a bitch!
I have been hearing about that everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the video is nice, but it is incredibly...
It is nice. I like the music and stuff. It's very pleasant, but I think people didn't like the fact that it was a commercial, and I'm just like, well, you know.
I think people kind of felt like they'd been taken for a bit of a ride. But
and also, I'm pretty sure, because it went viral so quick, I'm pretty sure there was some money involved, like paid views and stuff like that. Because it went viral, like, I've been watching YouTube for years now, and it's just like, that went viral unusually fast for something that wasn't even that spectacular.
Well,
I saw a parody called, like, when strangers give strangers hand jobs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I love that. I loved that. That was hysterical. But, no, the one I was going to talk about, I mean, the first hand job one is really funny, and you should all check it out. There's another one, a British one, where it is genuine people off the street, you know, real strangers.
Yeah, I watched that one. You linked that to me. I watched it.
Yeah, and it's like all ages, shapes, sizes, but there is an unbelievably creepy
There was
old
one guy that was just, like, super creepy, yeah.
Well,
so I'm like, oh my god, this guy is real.
It's like, he looked like noted paedophile Jimmy Savile, which didn't...
He did look a little like him.
He really did, right? Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Jimmy Savile is a 1970s kind of light entertainer.
Diddle kids.
On lots of shows with, you know, kind of impressionable teenage girls. It was later revealed that he had nefarious purposes.
After he had died and been knighted and all that shit.
Yeah, BBC shamed, huge police investigation, loads of people arrested, etc., etc. The guy from this video looked a bit like him, and he was saying things like to his kissing partner, he was saying things like, yeah, you know, I love talking about my sex life, you know. It's always really intimate, isn't it, the first time? Now, what's your naughtiest memory? Like, and this poor woman was completely
poor lady.
Just, you know.
I loved your imitation of him.
That was creepy. Don't do that again.
Well, I'm an actor. What can I say? I can just let out of my hat, you know?
Bad touch, bad touch.
That's a character that I am going to take on the road.
Creepy stranger.
Creepy stranger, creepy kissing stranger.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Hashtag bad touch. No, he was the worst. And then there was this one guy who, like, he was my favorite. Like, he must have been about 16, and there was another girl of about 16, and they were really like street and really cool. And the guy was just like, yeah, he was just like, oh, what is, how long we got to do it then? Is it 30 seconds?
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Up yet then? Like, and he was just so chilled about the whole thing. I loved that guy. He was probably my favorite. I think that was
the super tall kid that they paired with the really, really short girl.
Oh, that was adorable.
He was...
That sounds like me and my boyfriend now.
Like, if you stacked two of that girl on top of each other, it wouldn't equal to how tall that other guy was.
No, and the thing is, not only was he really tall, he was like, what's the name of that character from Game of Thrones? Hodor? Yeah, he was like that. He was white.
He did look like Hodor.
Yeah,
Hodor said Hodor.
He was particularly Hodor, remarked Hodor. But your boyfriend is very tall, is he, Georgia?
He's like 6'5", and I'm 5'3", 5'4", so...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's mighty man.
Yeah. So he bends down to kiss himself.
Oh. What's like... Run down the 5 most interesting things about your boyfriend for our listeners.
5?
Just you're like 5. I have to think of 5. Or 5, only 5, or what?
Well,
this is either endearing or really pathetic.
He was in the Navy boot camp for a year or 2, but he dropped out. He has been playing D&D for, God, I think at least 10 years or maybe more.
So is he like an expert now then?
Oh yeah, he is huge. Yeah, he's a huge D&D freak.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Go on.
I'm trying to think of more stuff. What else is there? He practices judo.
Wow.
I mean, well, not lately. He's been really busy, but that's like what he likes to do, and he's pretty good at it.
What belt is he?
I think he's yellow, but I don't remember actually. I should ask him.
So, like, if you were like about to get mugged on the street, he could like kick someone in the face.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, well, not even like he's already like a big tall dude, so it's like you wouldn't want to fuck with him anyway.
Yeah.
That's 3. On our first date, he bought me. We had this really fabulous drink called Tequila Rose, which it's like tequila, for those who don't know, tequila and strawberry cream. And I had never tried it before. And the way he described it to me, he was like, it's sweet and as pink as your lips.
Oh, that's kind of creepy on a first date.
Oh, I think that's adorable. I don't think that's cool.
And I love it so much. I guess that's the 5th thing. Like, he's been here with me because he's been painting my parents a lot of the house for they've been paying him. So he's been hanging out with me and stuff like that. And so sometimes I can't talk because I've had my surgery. So he was like, we went out for breakfast yesterday, and he was like, well, since you can't talk, I'll talk for you. I love how your eyes sparkle. I love how your hair bounces in the wind, and he just kept saying all these sweet things.
Jesus, now I'm depressed. Your happiness makes me angry.
Just live vicariously through other people's happiness, Greer. Trust me, I am 5 years older than you, okay? This is a grown-up talking.
Shut up.
Don't feel bad, Greer, don't feel bad. There is someone out there who will love you. Even if it is Adam Lambert, we will find him.
Yes, Greer, there is someone out there that will love you, but me, I'm screwed.
Hey, for you two.
Well, we'll see. How did you and your boyfriend meet, Georgia?
We actually met at a birthday party. You guys know Dodger of Zion,
Uh-huh.
I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's her name, but I just call her by her real name, Bridget. She went to college with Joe, and
Oh.
she had a birthday party, and so, like, I was invited, and so was some, my friends, and she invited him and some of her other friends, and at the time, like, we were all just hanging out, and I thought he was cool, and, like, oh, we could probably hang out and talk some more, but he just thought I was, like, so beautiful, and he like tried messaging me on Facebook, and whenever I'm new with people on Facebook, I'm always a little hesitant at first because like you never really know if they're like weirdos or not.
Uh-huh.
So he was like trying to message me and stuff like that, and we talked throughout the summer, and then eventually he was just like, you want to go out sometime, and I'm just like, sure.
Ah, that's lovely. He sounds lovely, and you are beautiful. He's quite right.
You guys.
Fucking love fest over here.
I want to spread my love. I love you guys.
In all honesty, though, I think it's nice. I think, like, I don't think people in the geek community often feel like they can meet fellow geeks that are also normal and attractive and not creepy. So it's stories like this are very hopeful and nice to hear.
They showed a special on Sci-Fi Channel this weekend called My Big Fat Geek Wedding, and it was this special. I think it's gonna be an ongoing series, but it was these two people that this guy and this girl. Who the girl was really attractive, and then this kind of average looking guy. But they had met over I think the Final Fantasy 11 MMO. And they met, and I think they knew each other for like 8 years online, and then they decided to meet, and they just decided to get married after they knew each other for a really, really long time, and they're like super sweet, and they had this awesome like fantasy wedding where like the girls were dressed up as elves, and like they read like Game of Thrones shit and like Lord of the Rings shit, and it was like pretty fucking cool.
Wow.
I was like, oh, this is so cute, because they, like, genuinely liked each other, and I'm like, oh.
That's the thing, like, you two, and to all of our listeners, like, don't ever give up. Like, and I know, like, it's just probably bad, and what I'm about to keep saying is gonna sound cheesy as fuck, but it's all true. Like, just keep being yourself. Like, you will find somebody. You will. Like, even if it seems completely impossible, it's not. It isn't. Just don't ever give up on yourself.
Oh, Georgia, that's a lovely message. I think that's a really, really nice message for the show. And, I mean, I think we all like to think, I think Greer's said it before, that, this hopefully can be a place where people can come to, listen to a bunch of people being themselves and not feel kind of comfortable to come here and safe to come here, like, because we're just like every other fan out there, we're kind of nerdy and, probably socially awkward in various ways, but, there's nothing wrong with that. Those things are virtues.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not hurting anybody with what you're doing, you're not bothering people, it's like there's nothing wrong with it. Be yourself, you can find love. The power is yours.
I remember the only, like, speck of hope I had once was in high school, and some guy, fucking douchebag, he asked me if I would, like, go out with him, and I'm like, this has never happened to me before, and I was, like, freaking out on the inside. I'm like, sure, and I've known this guy for, like, 2 years, maybe, and, like, he's, like, an acquaintance. And I don't even talk to him anymore because he was D-bag. And then I found out that, like, he was just doing that so he would have someone while he was waiting for his ex-girlfriend to get back together with him.
Aww.
And then he turned out to be a furry, so I'm not sad about it anymore.
No,
that changed quickly.
Yeah. I looked him up on Facebook like a year after we graduated, and I'm like, oh, he's a furry now. Okay. Great.
Yeah, he sounds like a complete loser. Great. Don't worry about it. I mean, I tend to just find... Sorry, I'm eating a tomato.
You're just eating a tomato like it's like a fucking apple? Like what?
No, it's a cherry tomato.
Oh,
tomato.
okay.
Hardcore or ketchup.
Tomato. It's a cherry tomato. No, I tend to find that men that I like have no interest in me, and men that like me I find boring.
Oh yeah,
so...
exactly. Every guy that's ever shown interest in me on the internet is like really, I'm like, you're creepy.
Well, what I tend to find is that I have men come up to me in pubs, and, you know, yeah, I mean, they're okay looking, but within about a minute, I find that we have nothing in common, and I've never found anyone that I've had that inherent connection with, that has felt that mutually with me, you know? I've never found anyone that, you know, like, has found me attractive that I've thought, actually, you know, I have things in common with you, and I could see myself, you know, hanging out with you and being your friend. Like, it's always been guys that have either just liked the way I've looked and I've had no interest in, or guys that have liked my personality but I've also had no interest in. I've just never had a connection with someone that has also had a connection with me.
I just realized we're having like a Dr. Phil session right now or some shit. We need to stop being serious.
I feel bad because it's like I'm in a good relationship and you guys aren't. I'm like I want you guys to be happy and I want to spread my love.
We're having a Dr. Phil session. We need to stop.
I love you guys.
No.
No, I mean, I don't. I try not to worry about it too much. I think the healthiest
Oh yeah, I don't
thing,
give a shit. I'm not emotionally stable right now anyway. I don't need that bullshit.
I think the healthiest thing everyone can do that is listening to this show is just try and live your life and do the things that fulfill you, and then hopefully love will come along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe you're a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Yeah.
I'm a strong, independent woman that don't need no man.
Yeah.
That is true. Like, I have my friend Fred, he has been single for a while and he's loving it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, I've never really been in a serious relationship, and I'm 25, and I have to say, like, the upside of that is that it has taught me how to be single. It's taught me how to function without being in a relationship. You know, I don't find it odd or jarring that I'm not in a relationship. You know, I'm not particularly kind of lonely. I'm very able to be by myself. And I think that is probably quite healthy in a lot of ways.
Plus, I mean, you don't need someone there telling you, like, hey, you should probably go outside or something, and you're like, what the fuck? Don't tell me what to do.
That would be you, Greer.
Yeah.
That would be...
You should go outside. What the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah, I wouldn't have that for 1 second. I have nothing particularly to contribute further to the podcast today. I think we've done pretty well though. Like, let's see how long we've been going for.
forever.
I'm probably gonna head out now. Unless you guys have anything you want to carry on with.
No. We're done with our Dr. Phil session.
Yeah.
Our Oprah session.
Good. I know, but we should end on a good note of, I don't know.
We aren't licensed psychologists. Please don't take us seriously.
But be happy with yourself, because if you can't love yourself, how the hell
You're gonna love someone else.
I can't believe I just said that.
It fit though. I've never found a context which to use that with, but now I have.
It is
Now, like,
Perfect context.
as cheesy as it is, there is a large dollop of truth within it. Yeah, I think you should all, anyone feeling particularly insecure at the moment should heed our advice.
They should also listen to our backlog and like our Facebook page.
They should. I really think that emotionally, you'll find a deep sort of sense of fulfillment by liking our Facebook page.
Yeah. Totally.
Fran out.
Greer out.
Georgia out, I guess.